are just born with it. It's a birth defect. There can be a lot of other things associated with it. Okay? What cerebral palsy is what happens is the oxygen, for one reason or another, when you're in utero, when you're in your mommy's tummy, it can be restricted. So it's not necessarily cut off, because cut off is a whole nother issue. If your oxygen is cut off when you're in your, you can have you can have major, like, developmental things other than cerebral palsy that happen where your intelligence is affected and your, you know, a form of mental retardation anyway. It can happen. This is not what that is. What this is picture your brain like a computer, right? So your brain's like a computer, and a computer is very smart. It knows that if its systems or power is affected, it protects certain things. It says, okay, what do I need the most, right? And your brain reacts like that because your brain is still getting oxygen, but it's not getting enough oxygen. So your brain says, what do I need the most? And it says, I need my thought processes. I need my ability to reason, to breathe, and to, you know, your major functions. Well, your intelligence is a major function to your brain. So what it says, what do I need the least? And it says your motor functions, your hand skills. Hang on a second. Let me grab the phone. Sorry, because I want to show you something. Okay, it says your hand skills like this. Okay, your fine motor skills, things like that. Those are the things that are affected first. Now, there's so many different, how should I say, levels, maybe, or things that are affected. Here's a thing. Most people with cerebral palsy have trouble speaking. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who wish that I had trouble speaking, because sometimes I never stop talking. But a lot of people with cerebral palsy can't talk. So in that respect, I'm hugely lucky. And then there are people that you hardly can tell that they have it. Now, I've only met one other person that can talk like I can talk, and he can actually talk better than me. And he holds down a job, and he's a good kid. I haven't seen him for years, so I don't know what he's doing now, but he's a really nice kid, and actually came to me asking me about, you know, because he was having muscle spasms in his stomach, which, because it can affect different parts of your body. Where mine is affected the most, I think, is in my legs, and as I get older, it's kind of more in my hands. You know, I can tell that there's going to be some arthritis issues, and my balance is, you know, as I get older, it gets worse, but that's because I don't do enough working out and stuff like that, which I'm actually going to do, which is something I'll probably show you on the channel. I got my weight bench that I've had for years, but I haven't used, so I've decided to start using that again. So yeah, that's pretty much, that's the layman's, and, you know, and the simple explanation as to what cerebral palsy is. There's many, you know, I want to make one thing really clear. When I say something on this channel, I'm not speaking as a doctor. I don't know everything. I'm just telling you what it is for me. I know that a lot of people don't realize that people with cerebral palsy most people with cerebral palsy are absolutely have all their cognitive abilities. I mean, their brains are just like yours. The problem is that a lot of them can't speak. So I had a cousin who was had cerebral palsy, and this is back. He was born way before I was born. He was born back in the 60s. So they took him and put him in a mental institution, not even a group home, guys. This wasn't even, we're not talking like the nice, comfortable group homes they have now, and where people actually have some semblance of life. We're talking about mental institutions where they were packed in, and what they had was a bed. And a lot of times we went to go visit him once, and I was probably about 8 years old. He he lived in a room with a bed and that was it. And the you know, place smelled like shit. And it was just terrible. And I realized, you got to remember, I was born in 1970. So in 1970 was like the first time they started realizing that people with cerebral palsy weren't crazy and they weren't nuts. They were just, had physical limitations and they had things you could work on. So I was lucky enough, the doctor told my mother, this is not something that a lot of people know I know. The doctor told my mother, hey, you do be doing him a favor if you just put him somewhere and, you know, and go on with your life because he's going to be real hard to deal with and, you know, you're not going to have an easy time with him. It's better. That's the way they used to think, and things evolve and things change, and I know I could be probably saying this even better, and I probably will at some point, because this is the first time I'm going to talk about it, but probably not the last. But so when I started out as a baby, my mom said, no, he's coming home with me, and whatever I have to do to take care of him, I'm going to take care of him. My mom is a really extraordinary lady, and she did all that. And not only that, I have in my family in total, there are 10 kids. 10 brothers and sisters. Half of them I'm fully related to. Or actually, a third of them I'm fully related to. A third of them I'm half, I guess. But see, we don't see it that way. I can't even, it's hard for me to even say that because I don't even see things that way. And then I have 4 step brothers and sisters, which again, I don't differentiate between blood is, whether they're blood related or not doesn't really matter to me. Anyway, the point is I have a huge family and they've all taken part and they've all, helped me at some point. They've all done great things for me, and I have a lot of stories about them and all the sacrifices they made to get me where I'm going, and just amazing things to come on this channel. But really, I wanted to give that explanation, that short explanation. I know it probably wasn't very entertaining because I'm just laying in my bed, but we'll get there. So don't give up on me. Just give me a little bit of time. I got some pretty cool things going through my head about what I want to do and where I want to go with the channel. So just stay with me. I'll keep putting content up, and if you like it, keep watching it. And God bless you all. I love you. Like, subscribe, hit those notifications so you know when I put up a video. And I love y'all. Be good to each other, and please wear your mask. Oh my God, I got one more story to tell you guys. I had to go pay a bill yesterday. I'm standing in line, and here in Michigan, they're really cracking down on the mask thing, and which is good, which is really good. But this lady just didn't. She wasn't about to do it, and so it took a little while, but yeah, they actually had to have her removed from the building. I don't know why. I mean, it's just not worth it. Just put the frickin' mask on. I mean, just being nice to your fellow neighbor. It doesn't even matter. And I heard somebody say, well, I look terrible in them, I'm not going to wear them. Guys, I sometimes have to walk around, like I said in the last video, sometimes I have to walk around with a walker, with a cane. Sometimes I don't use them at all. It just depends on the day, That's the other thing about cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy is not one size fits all, I guess is the best way to put it for your life. It's not one size fits all. It changes daily. The one day I could wake up and I walk like a champ. One day, if it's really humid, I don't. So, I mean, there are good days, there are bad days. And there's so much more I could tell you, but I've already been talking for 13 minutes, and so I need to find a way to do this where it's more structured and I make sure that I was actually just supposed to come on here and say thanks for watching the first video. But thanks for watching this video. I hope that this was okay. This is not the video that I plan to put out. I'll probably put out a real one. I'll put out a real one tomorrow, and we'll see where it goes. I think I'm gonna have you guys with me when I cook, so that'll be kind of cool. You get to see the kitchen, you get to see the house. That's kind of neat. And then most of the time I'll be filming in the room that I was filming in last time, though. That's kind of where I designated my blog or my channel room to do my talking. So anyway, I love you guys. God bless you. Take care. Take care of each other. Love each other. And above all, remember, you're important no matter what. And although you might have challenges and you might have things that, you have to work with every day, it doesn't make you any less of a person. Matter of fact, it makes you more of a person. And so I love you all. Take care of each other. God bless. Bye. You know what? I always say God bless, but let's put it this way. Insert your higher power here. Bless you. How's that? I love you guys. Take care. Bye.